Do you know the most dangerous thing about being in your 20s right now? I mean, you think you're doing everything right. Buy the book, top your class, crack IT, get a dream job, but deep down, you know that something's off. It's not money, it's not time, it's something worse. Nobody even told you the rules of winning has completely changed. See, I'm 27. I went from saving 3 years to just buy my first MacBook to making 12 lakhs a month. Not in a year, in a month. And I'm going to compress everything I've learned, 10 years of mistakes, lessons and wins into the next 10 minutes. So trust me, this is the video I wish existed. Let me start with the one that honestly changed my life. High agency. I know, it sounds like a LinkedIn post, so stick with me. See, in my first year of college, I came across a requirement posted by a startup called Scratchpad. Now, they needed someone to make a motion design video. I did not know what motion design was. I had never made one. No portfolio, zero idea what I was even getting into. I said yes anyway. And then after the project was locked, I spent the next few days learning it from scratch, day and night. I delivered it, I got a bonus, and that was my first motion design project. And honestly, everything that came after, every client, every rupee, every opportunity, it all traces back to that one moment. Saying yes before I was ready. That's high agency. And it's not about having the skill first, it's about committing to the outcome and figuring out the path after. Now, most people wait until they feel ready, but that feeling never comes here. The people winning in their 20s aren't the most prepared, they're just the ones who moved first and use that pressure to grow themselves. Quick question, and be honest with me. What do you think compounds faster in the long run? Is it goodwill or money? Now, most of you just have thought money. I mean, obviously money. Save it, invest it, grow it. That's the whole game, right? But here's what I've actually watched happen over time. The people who were quietly winning in their 30s, not just earning, but winning, they weren't the ones who optimized the hardest for money in their 20s. They were the most generous ones. I mean, a few years ago, a close friend came to me with a problem. She has been excluded from her campus placements for reasons that had nothing to do with her ability. And you know what I did? I just made a phone call and she got a job at 30k per month. I got nothing out of it, and that's exactly the point. Goodwill isn't a transaction. You don't give it expecting something back. You give it because it's the right thing to do, and because somewhere, somehow, it always finds its way back. Not from the person you gave it to, from directions you never saw coming. So start giving before you feel like you can afford to. I mean, that's when it actually means something. There's a word for a specific type of person, autodidact, someone who teaches themselves. No classroom, no syllabus, no one telling them what to learn and when. And I want to ask you something. When was the last time you saw a skill gap in your life and just closed it yourself without waiting for someone to teach it to you? And if you are struggling to answer this point is for you. See, here's the thing about leadership. You cannot learn it in a classroom. There is no course, no MBA, no degree that teaches you what it actually feels like to be responsible for someone else's growth. See, when our team started growing, managing people, working on their goals, building a vision everyone could get behind, I had to figure all of that out myself. Nobody was going to teach me how to have the hard conversation when someone was underperforming, or how to build a company culture from day zero. I learned it by doing it, getting it wrong and doing it again. And then AI showed up. Now you have the best teacher in the world, available 24 hours a day for free. Do you realize you have zero excuses left? Zero. The information is out there, the tools are there, the access is there. The only thing missing is you deciding to figure it out yourself. In the AI era, the autodidact does not just win, they win by distance nobody else can close. Here's something nobody in the previous generation could say. We are living through the single greatest wealth creation window in human history. Our parents' generation had to go to a library to get information. We can ask any question in the world and get an expert level answer in under 3 seconds. We have AI agents that can execute your tasks while you sleep. But here's the thing, everyone has access to the same tools, the same models, the same information, and the same sort of leverage. So the gap between you and everyone else is not really intelligence. It's not even skill anymore. It's speed. The gap between having an idea and getting to an MVP has to be as small as possible. You have to think faster, execute faster, and communicate faster. That's the only mode left. And honestly, the last thing slowing me down was something I did not even notice until recently. Typing. As things got busier as a founder, more calls, more decisions, more everything, I realized I was losing thoughts just because my hands could not keep up. So I started using this tool called WISPR Flow, and bro, it genuinely changed how I work. Let me show you. The first experiment is I am going to type a particular line and see how much time it takes, and the next I will just dictate it and see how long it takes. Hi, I am SOMRATXWISPR, founder of Indian School of Motion, and I am trying to build an module for my program, and I want to know what all details should it have. I think you can see on the screen right now how long it takes. Now let's try to see how long it takes to dictate. Hi, I'm SOMRATXWISPR, founder of Indian School of Motion, and I'm trying to build a module for my program and I want to know what all details should it have. Perfect. And it also got my spelling Somrata completely correct, Indian School of Motion correct, and you can completely see on the screen how long did it take. And the best thing is it works in any app, everywhere. The thing I love the most is something called snippets. See, we get a lot of inquiries for placement partners at Indian School of Motion. The same question keeps coming in from different places every single day. Now I used to type the same reply over and over. Now I have one snippet, one trigger word, and the full response appears instantly. And here's what makes it even more powerful. It's not tied to any one platform. The same snippet works everywhere. Now let's build a snippet together. So first I will go to WISPR flow. As you can see, I have opened WISPR flow and I will go to something called snippets. Let's add a new snippet, type hiring partner as the trigger word, and the expansion is thank you for reaching out to Indian School of Motion. We're currently onboarding a few placement partners. Here is the contact information of my co-founder who handles the placement vertical. Please reach out to him for any such queries. So I will add this snippet. Now once this is added, let's try it out in ChatGPT. Hiring partner. That's magic, right? And this is a very practical use case because on Instagram we get so many DMs from a lot of founders that they want motion designers. So what I'm gonna do is the simple thing. I will go to the message and hiring partner. And the best thing is you can configure it on your laptop, but it would also work on your phone. So let me show you that. So this is on my phone and I can simply just click on this hiring partner. So it has completely captured that macro across multiple different platforms and even across multiple devices. And this one is for the creators watching out there. You know that feeling? You have a great idea, you record a voice note and then it just sits there forever because transcribing feels like too much of work. See, I just pick my raw thoughts into the Scratchpad now. Completely clean text and ready to use immediately. These days I even have a smarter way to solve this. I just dump my raw thoughts whenever they sort of pop up in this feature called Scratchpad. So I will go to WISPR Flow app and I will go to Scratchpad. I will simply just do a voice note. Right. So I'm getting this crazy creative idea where I'm going to use meta filmmaking techniques to create a reel for the target audience of motion designers. We're gonna break the fourth wall. We're gonna create a contrast reel. It's gonna be really fun and engaging that the people, the audience has not seen before. A little bit of parody, a little bit of the vibe of The Office. It's gonna be fun. So you can see this is transcribing and you can see it's quite fast and it's quite accurate. I'm getting this crazy creative idea where I'm going to meta filmmaking. So the next time I'm trying to think of a creative reel idea, I'm going to simply go to this, get the note, copy to Claude and play with Claude a little bit and build it, right? Things have gone such easy. And the best feature is it learns your language on its own. For example, if I say SOMRATXWISPR, it would completely mess up the words, but as I keep speaking it again and again, it will start to learn. As you can see in the dictionary, we have a lot of words that WISPR Flow sort of learned itself. Vivek, Karan, Valerie, Claude, Divya, YouTube OBS, a lot of different, like even my name, right? So anytime I just go to ChatGPT, let's go to ChatGPT and type SOMRATXWISPR, it will get my spelling completely correct, right? And if you want to try it out yourself, you can get 2 months of WISPR Flow Pro for absolutely free using the code mentioned on the screen right now, or you can even check it out from the link in the description down below. Trust me, this one's seriously a productivity hack. Last year I was mentoring a group of students in motion design. One guy stood out completely. He was patient, hardworking, and he annoyed the hell out of me. Constant questions, always asking why, not just what. He reminded me to give feedback on his work when I completely forgot. He would come back having already acted on what I said before and then ask the next thing. The other students waiting, hoping, asking once and going quiet. But this guy, he was relentless. By the end, he was the star of our entire cohort. And I was rooting for him harder than anyone else in that room. Now here's what nobody tells you about mentorship. The mentor isn't looking for someone to impress them. They're looking for someone who makes the relationship worth their time. You can just go out there, ask any course. The most annoying student in the room almost always becomes the best. A while back, I had one of the hardest conversations of my life. I had to let my co-founder go away from the channel. He had built so much of what we had today. And I kept thinking, the moment he leaves, everything falls apart. The channel starts dying. It's completely over. I lost sleep over this for weeks. You know what happened after 6 months? Absolutely nothing. In fact, we ended up in a better place than before. Now all that dread, all that overthinking for absolutely nothing. See, Jeff Bezos has this concept called the two-way door, which is quite simple. Most decisions in life feel like one-way door, irreversible, catastrophic and completely final. But almost none of them actually are. Almost every decision you are losing sleep over right now are two-way doors. You can walk through, not like it and walk back. Now combine that with another question. Will this matter in the next 7 years? Those two failures together will save you from more unnecessary suffering than anything else I can give you today. Most anxiety is just future-proofing problems that never arrive. Stop treating two-way doors like they're permanent. This one's you will relate. Have you ever shared good news with someone close to you and felt absolutely nothing back? No excitement, no genuine congratulations, just a forced smile, and you can see right through it. The hollow, oh wow, that's amazing. The congratulations that somehow felt worse than having no response at all. But that feeling is completely real, and it's going to happen more as you start winning in life. Here's what actually was happened. People love you, support you, cheer you on, right up until the moment you become better than them. The moment you cross that invisible line, the energy starts shifting. Most people can handle you doing well. Very few can handle you doing better than them. And the ones who genuinely celebrate you when you surpass them, those are your real ones. Hold them tight, hold them close. And here's the other thing nobody tells you. Hate never comes from above. Nobody who has already built something bigger than you is spending time tearing you down. The hate always comes from the same level or below. And then there's internet that taught me something really beautiful about life. Your first real appreciation starts coming from complete strangers. People who have no reason to root for you, no history, no agenda. They just saw what you made and felt something. But the first hate, that always comes from someone who knows you. So when it starts, and it will start, take it as a confirmation. You, my bro, are moving in the right direction. When everyone around me was chasing engineering jobs, tech packages and coding careers, I was building this YouTube channel. There was no salary, there was of course no offer letter, no idea it would even work. And people made sure I knew what they thought. It's serious, yaar. This is just a hobby. Now that really stung. But there's a different kind of loneliness that hit me even harder. When I started building Indian School of Motion, I naturally moved away from my old circle. My college friends, corporate friends, everyone who are in a job. They had stable salary, very clear on the next step. Life was kind of figured out on paper. And I'm building a startup from scratch. I didn't fit there anymore, but I also had not built a place in the founder world yet. So I was just sort of floating in between these two different worlds. On one side, I have detached from the old friends, and on the other side, the new circle was not formed yet. That feeling, bro, that is the loneliest feeling I have ever experienced. And if you are there right now, I need you to hear this. That's not a sign that you're failing. That's a sign you are transitioning. The right people will come. Not the ones you have to convince. The ones who just get it without any need of explanation. But you have to survive the in-between phase first. When we were young, we believed one thing completely. Like sacrifice everything. That's the price of success. Sleep less, work more, miss the family dinners, keep the trip home. We wear it like a badge. And then somewhere down the line, you start doing the math. Tell me one thing honestly. If you visit your parents once a year, how many visits do you have left? Think about it. I mean, actually sit with that number for a while. For most of us, it's somewhere between 20 to 40. That's it in your entire life. Now that number hit me like a truck the first time I thought about it. And suddenly all those skip trips home, all those I'm too busy right now texts, they look very different. And here's the other thing nobody talks about. When we are young, we fight with our parents. We resist them. We think they don't understand us. But as you grow older, something starts shifting. You start to understand the decisions they made, the sacrifices they hid from you, the hard calls they took when they had no good options. You slowly start stepping into their shoes, and suddenly it all starts to make sense. So it's okay. It's absolutely okay to forgive your parents and move on. Okay, so that's the 9 things, and bro, I genuinely have so much more to share with the world. Things that you and I can both completely relate to. But I'm out of time for this one. So if you want me to make the part 2 of this, just comment 20 down below. And if you're watching thinking that you want to build a career in motion design, watch this video next.